It is. Let me make sure this is on. Okay. All right, get rid of that. Okay. Okay, so we're on that one, and we're on that one. Very good. Very, very good. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we got two people in the house, and we're doing this as a spontaneous broadcast. Let me just explain while people are coming in. So we were having a date night tonight, and this is I'm not sure how long this runs. Probably about an hour. Hello, Joanne. So let me tell you what happened. So we were gonna have, a date night, and so we were just we had like it's been a powerful. Everybody knows September's been really powerful, and so what happened was we were just comparing notes. We had talked earlier today, and earlier, like a few hours ago, and then after we talked, I started getting downloaded, and Morgan's always getting downloaded. So she was getting downloaded, and I was getting downloaded, and then we met, and then something just told me we need to put this on Zoom because we're going to do a session, and we might want some of the audio from the session. So then, so the beginning part of this, and I'm going to play the Zoom in its entirety. It's about an hour. It's very, very good. And so in the first part of the session, we're kind of comparing notes of our downloads, which I think, there's some relevance there. And yeah, this is Sadia says that all words in this in the description are aligning with her own downloads. So I think obviously we know this. We know that it's not just us. So there's a lot of stuff in this session. I can't remember a lot of it. I haven't actually watched it. So there's the sacral and solar activation, solar plexus activation. There's a throat chakra activation. There's a visit from Merlin. He was kind of a guide, and he was as a representative of the golden child energy. There's new codes. This is our second visit to the new multidimensional infrastructure, and there's activations galore. So we're sharing these activations with those wishing to align with it. And the activation starts a few minutes after we compare notes. So I'm going to go ahead and start it now. Welcome, Thailand, and everybody else. I'm in YouTube and Facebook platforms and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and just let y'all be a part of it. It's well worth it, I think, and should align with a lot of things that other people are getting. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, so who's Dad? You're coming back and you ran over a pipe and an avocado?
Say that again?
You wrote me a message and you said, on my way back, Dad came in again and I ran over an avocado and a pipe, and he said you were defeated.
Sad came in again.
Oh, sad.
I looked at the photo and you looked sad. No. And I thought when I saw it, and I just ignored it. But then when I went out to get some grapes and an avocado for dinner, and when I got back,
you're talking about the rose.
I heard very loudly, it's not sad that you're saying, it's an aspect of his is feeling defeated. I'm like, oh, okay then.
Well, that's
so I pulled over to share that.
Yeah, that's more accurate, but than sad. And I already got the message. I already know what you're talking about. The ones I sent with the roses. Oh shit! Didn't come up.
Yeah, you wrote on there. I bought you roses.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at the picture. That's nuts.
You can see. Well, I thought it was sadness, but according to the intel, it was. I heard it's not sad. One of his aspects is feeling defeated.
No, that's not it. So, yeah, that could be explained one way, but it's not sad. So, we're recording. Okay. I thought you actually wrote dad.
Well, I was driving. I pulled over so I could quickly type it and continue on. So my autocorrect thing drives me nuts sometimes.
I know. I noticed that on the damn, what's wrong with this thing? I noticed that the on the iPhone doesn't have as good a autocorrect test as it does. Okay. All right. Yeah, I started getting downloaded right after I talked to you. It's just a continuation. So you want to just connect? What do you want to do? How do you want to do this? You want
I
to
think we
work,
should do what we did a few days ago,
which is
bring up the higher selves and
okay. That's what I mean. Well,
see what
I mean,
comes. When I woke this morning, I think we're due to do that again.
yeah, I know we are.
And then you messaged the same thing to me later on. I'm like, yeah, there we go. We've both got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's already started.
So what were do you want to tell me anything about the downloads that you got before we
Well,
start?
it's just bits and pieces. I'm sure it'll all come out. It's just bits and pieces. But I understand. Okay, here's some of the stuff I got. I really hate to even talk about it because, well, I guess it doesn't matter because if it continues, it continues, and if it's something else, it's something else. So there were several things. One, first and foremost, I was shown very clearly. I don't even like to say that. It came into my awareness very clearly after 10 years of chasing that energy ball that I used to tell you about, that the reason that it's effective for me and for everybody is that when your emotions get pushed to an extreme, that is the gift of being the human. We have been unconscious about it, and it has been siphoned from us. And the emotions of even just a group of people can run an entire planet. This is a superpower that no other species has. So when what you saw me in, and I said, I'm not being aggressive, I am working. I didn't say that part, but this is a process that I go through mostly alone. And occasionally, and if somebody views it, it might look like projection, but this is true for everybody. And so what happens is we're learning to consciously and responsibly funnel our emotions in a intuitive way, really, or a less conscious way, but it's become more conscious. And this is what we're creating with. So this isn't anything new. I mean, I've heard people say maybe things close to this. Okay, so that was one. And the reason I know that this is it, because now I got it crystal clear tonight was because that's what was presented to me first. And there is a they to it, I guess, just like you're a they, I'm a they to you, and so on. But they said, this is how it works. So like I understood it, and then it came in and explained it. And so this is the alchemical process that the human is unique, that is unique to the human. And this is what we're going to learn to do. Our emotions have been our greatest weakness, but they're actually our greatest strength. And I think I actually talked about this a little bit today, and I don't even know what I said, but I think it's something to do with the empath. Now, the second thing I was shown was that how does this work? So we come from, even though we've had shitloads, tens of thousands of incarnations together, and we know this from that thing we had that happened in Georgia and other times, but that was really what that was all about. And what it is that what you bring to there's many things that we bring to the table, and each one of us has a different set of specialties, and it's just like a custom fit. And of course, the divine love has, and I've heard this before, has come to a full circuit. And we've actually connected to that point a long ago in this incarnation, but it's the humans take a while to get, to catch up. But one of the things, okay, so the biggest example was that you came in to anchor the sacred wisdom of what is really the 13, the mother. And that is the mother goddess energy, sacred sexuality, divine union. And because we've already had this history, it was, even though I was dumbed down, it was like, I knew it immediately when I met you. Now, the other part of it is we've been like working on different ends until we came here. And I don't know what you were doing, but I guess you were, in the mystery schools or doing something. I don't know. But what I was doing was I was involved with all, I got all those downloads for 2 years about the Galactic Wars. And then I got to a point in 2016 where I accepted all points of dark and light. And so the warrior archetype, I guess, shifted to, got onto the path through her of almost like containing that wildness, that warrior, that very masculine warrior, and it began to transform and transcend above the conventional archetype that's in the realm. And not only is it in this realm, but it's actually in many of the galactic realms. Okay, so now that, and I'll just say he, the masculine energy, has combined the core power, the true power, even though it got distorted, of the warrior. And it's not a warrior, obviously, like we think of, with this balance. Then the power has reached a point where this equal partnership can move forward, and it's time. So what's been on my mind, and what's always been on my mind, and it really got loud, was, who's talking to me? Like even when I talked to our friend privately, and I think you know who I'm talking about, when I was in Sedona, I asked that question of that person, and I've asked that question of a couple other people.
Can you just pause or give me another clue? I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Well, I'm just going to say it because I'm going to press him on Friday, Franco. So, and of course, Kimberly was there, and she had the same perspective as I did. Now, the reason that this came up tonight is because it became very clear to me, is sitting there, because I'm looking at you, very galactic. I've been with you. I've been through your channelings night after night after night, and there are things that I have picked up on, human, these different aspects of you, which are many aspects, and this is what I got to. This is what's become part of my knowing now, and that is that I've always known that these galactics have certain slants, they have certain specialties, and therefore they have a certain amount of agenda. That's not the right word, but so what's happened is that because of their imperfection, and there are levels of imperfection, it's a perfect imperfection. We have our own imperfection here. Everybody has their strengths, that we are not, okay, so the galactics, who are the facilitators of this ascension, they are comprised within us. We are galactics, and you know that, and I know that, and so on. But what I understand now is that we are not going up to their frequency. I am not on a galactic mission. We are raising the frequency. We're going beyond the frequency of the galactics. And this is for their benefit, this is for our benefit, and this goes to the understanding that people talk about, which is we are bringing 0-point field to all timelines and dimensions. So the collective mission that's catching fire is that we are somehow innately know, and even with their cooperation, but they have, they have their own issues with each other. We are rising above, for lack of a better way to say it, we are raising our frequency above even theirs, even above the Galactic Federation. Okay, now they come with us and it all works in that cosmic understanding that we don't have full comprehension of. However, and this is the point that it's happening now. And so this is the intel that metaphorically Jason talks about, and Franco talks about, and others have talked about in regard to this huge inordinate amount of walk-ins coming in. I think they said between August and November. So this is what's happening. And I'm trying to remember if there was one other thing, and I can't remember what it was. So there was you, there was me, there was rising above even the galactic frequency. Oh yeah, this is very important. Okay. The reason that you came up with the hero's journey, particularly in regard to the female incarnates, is because it is the raw emotion and the raw, the raw transfiguration that's occurred through these bottled up emotions, these suppressed emotions, the oppression from the patriarchal, that these primarily women, you see it first, but it's all of us, they have, that by them stepping out, what is actually happening, it's like an energetic fucking nuclear bomb going off, because it's the rawest, it's the rawest part of the human journey that she kept secreted away, that she kept, like you said, all the women know this, right? When you were talking about sacred sexuality. So they were like the keepers of the sacred wisdom. They were quiet, they stayed in the background, they bided their time. And now this energetic force of them stepping up, which Soulogy and the platform is a part of, a big part of, really. That's actually what's happening. So the more that come on, the more that come out, whether it's on Soulogy or anywhere else, where they, as these women have, with no bullshit, this is me, and they're able to present the sacred wisdom in their own story, but also the transfiguration of the feminine. Okay, it's what's creating it. It is the 13, right? That is the 13, and so the more of them that come out, it's just pure code, regardless of what their story is, because of the expansion of their heart and their illumination, really. So that was a really big thing to me. I thought that was huge.
Just so you know, there were actually numerous reasons beyond that. Yes, that was absolutely one of them. There was also, you were talking, I have to try to remember, there was also the building listening skills, like teaching the masculine to really understand the power of listening. And the other one too was, we're on the verge of becoming more conscious around code sharing. And so one of the intels that I got, one of the things that I understood was that, and the words were something like, we're going to send 100 goddesses to you who are going to share their codes with you, and the codes would be shared in those absolute heart-opening moments. So, you know, if they said something and your heart completely opened up, well, if they're getting down to that level of vulnerability, their heart's also opening up, and it's the heart opening where the codes are most powerfully shared. Like Heriascamos, it's the heart opening that allows that in integrity. I mean, there's certainly people who are practicing Heriascamos and using it for their own benefits, cyber sex and stuff like that, but in its pure integrity, it's through the heart opening that those codes, that energetic information is actually shared. So, yeah, and there were others as well. I can't think of them all at the moment, but there were numerous reasons why, you know, I said, okay,
yeah, I don't doubt that at all. And what you said is contained within what I said. Mine's very general. Mine's just very general. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You're right. There's a lot of different things. That's like the meat and potatoes. But yeah, so yeah. Oh, and then I also got that. I guess I'm not going anywhere for a while. But yeah, so anyway, you probably knew that. So Okay, you want to go in, or you want to just talk more?
I don't mind anything you want. I think you know that what we did a few nights ago was so powerful. When I woke up this morning knowing, okay, we should go and visit it again, because obviously every time we go in, there's going to be different information or whatever coming in. Not in a controlled manner, but just sort of taking us both there to the path and seeing, you know, if there's something else that we're instructed to do. I heard a phone ding, and then I went, oh my goodness, was that my phone? And I have no idea where it is. So just let me have a quick look.
Here, you want me to call you?
No, but that's really right near me. Oh, here it is. Oh, so it was yours. It wasn't my phone, Tingy.
No. Oh, was it mine?
Yeah.
7 minutes? No. And I don't want to talk about anything private, just in case. I don't have to go in here and edit any, you know, a whole bunch if I don't have to.
What are you thinking about putting this up, are you? I thought you were taping it for us, because I taped our last session on the record, like I just recorded it, but it's too big to be able to send to you if you want to listen to it again. I assumed you were.
No, when I was sitting down, this is when I got the, whatever you call it, idea down or whatever, because, I was just taken back to, you know, a few weeks after we connected, which, you know, was maybe almost 6 years ago, sometime late this month, when we said to each other, you know, we should record these conversations, because you were talking about, you know, that you had that idea of having a place where people could tell their stories and share their skills and abilities and experiences. And at some level or some point, I remember specifically saying we should be recording this. This is what needs to be out there. I don't see it out there. So I knew then just to record it. And if we don't use it, we don't use it.
Private things that you don't want to talk about. Come on. I just need to know what subjects are off.
No subjects off, but somebody messaged me, and I'm not going to say so-and-so just messaged me and
Oh,
yeah, that's all I mean. You know me, I don't care. I'm an open book. You want to talk about my penis?
Well, I want to say, okay, well, I need to know what's off the table, because I didn't think anything.
I'm like, that's ever stopped you before? We had this discussion last night.
Sunset, I'm trying to stay with you, but it's just so magnificent over the ocean, just exquisite.
Well,
all right. Well, I don't know. Do you want to tell me anything else that you got, or do you just want to go straight in? And
I'm pretty sure that is, you know, a lot of the rest of it is just stuff I already know. You know, I mean, like, it's more about my function, which I already know. I've known and always known. You can just have more clarity. Okay. So, all right.
I have to show you this glass I found in the cupboard, Todd. That I've been using since I got here. I don't know if you can read that. Probably not.
Well, give me a second. Something of queen of anything?
Everything.
Queen of everything.
Queen of everything. The glass.
Ah, that's cute.
It's my water glass.
I guess if it said king of everything, it'd be a beer mug or a whiskey, a shot glass.
A bucket.
A bucket.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I can go back there real quick.
No, I'm going to talk you through it anyway.
Well, if you feel comfortable.
Yep. All right. So you ready to start?
Yeah.
All right. So close your eyes. Just take a few breaths and let me know when you're ready to commence.
I'm ready.
Bring up your higher self and let me know when you've got that essence there. You're already smiling.
Because we think it's funny. Yes, he's here.
Okay. Ask permission to do this session.
Yes.
Cool. Bring up my higher self and let me know when you have my higher self there.
Mm-hmm. She's here.
Ask permission to participate in this session.
Mm-hmm. She said yes.
Can you ask if there's any other essence that needs to be here with us?
Well, it seems we have an escort. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So, okay, he's morphine. So we have an escort, Miss Merlin, and he appeared as he did in Georgia. And then he handed us two candles and, long candles. And both were lit. We brought the flames together in his direction. And as we did that, two more candles formed mirror image of it, like a octahedron. And then became like almost like a cosmic lantern. And it's activated, it started spinning, and it's kind of like he's leading us through the new multidimensional octahedral grid or landscape infrastructure. I like that word. Okay, so he's walking and he's taking us on to where we're going, and the cosmic lantern is in between him and us, and I'm just supposed to tell you that. Okay, so okay, I'm supposed to tell you this too. For you, it's not for me. So he has on a like a it's a I'm not really good with colors other than the primary colors, but it's a very deep purplish blue robe and a really tall pointy hat like a wizard, which I guess is what he is. Uh, in the tassel of the hat is the golden child. And anyway, the outfit is something he wanted me to tell you. On the outfit is all the symbols of the sacred wisdom that you're familiar with, like celestial beings and many other things. Okay, so he's taken us to a what would you call this? It looks very similar. Excuse me. It looks very similar to some of the rooms that we visited within pyramids. It's a very big room. It's whatever you want to call it. And he is he's going to show us, or he's going to show us or give us. He's going to show us and give us code.
Would it have anything to do with sacral and solar plexus, Todd?
I don't know yet. He's funny. Okay, so what is that? Okay. All right, I just have to watch him for a second. Okay, so he's got this big book, and this book is like some kind of multi-dimensional book. It's not like a singular type of book. It does contain the book of life. It contains okay, okay, okay. So what it is, it contains the book of life, but it's his personal kind of journal, book of life, rituals, potions, and all this stuff, right? Much more than that. And he's explaining that through the code that we've produced, he's been able to create um, like the newest and best templates, like plans, simulations, or whatever to offer us. And he is making it very clear that this is not a like a template of predetermination, but it is a template that is above and beyond what had been available. And this is something that we're ready for. And he's making it a point to explain to us that this is a creation of a triad, that he could not have obtained this information had we not expanded on the templates that we've been given. And this applies to obviously many souls in their own right with their own triad creations. So the first one that he pulls out is of the solar. He explains that the solar, in its new form, and by way that this template is formed as a result of this creation through our efforts and through his mastery, and that the color of the new solar is golden. And so he offers two, whatever they are. He offers two to us, one for you, one for me. And he asked if we would like to receive these symbols that produced from this new golden solar. Yes.
Yes, please.
Oof, geez. Okay, he asked us to face each other, and he stands now in front of the altar. We face each other, and when we face each other, again, what was two becomes four. So now there are four of these golden, kind of like wands. He handed us two, and as soon as we agreed, one appeared in our other hand, each of us. So we now have four. And again, as we bring our hands together and the way that we're standing, another octahedron is formed. And that's stated for a reason. He just Okay, so as he's standing over us, the this multi-dimensional wand or rod is entering our bodies, and I can feel it. It is the sacred of sacred. It's impervious to anything in the realm that we walk in. It's a permanent placement. It does extend into the sacral and the root. And it's done. It's done. So he goes back behind the altar. He flips through his book. I don't know what this is. He brings one object, and this object is it's a crystalline form. It looks similar to a genie's lamp, yet it contains the frequencies of the hearts. It definitely contains the frequencies of the crown, the cosmic crown, and the third eye frequencies, and this is a throat chakra activation. This is the new throat chakra activation. He says it's being created in this now moment. Okay, so he's coming back in front of us. It's a multidimensional object.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Not that I've ever been to church, but when you see like those old movies of the priests, the high priest, and they've got that metal ball thing that's got all holes in it, and they're swinging it.
Yeah, similar, like an incense canister, but this is okay. So that's funny you say that, because as you were saying that, or before you were saying that, he started to put like it's the same type of material. It doesn't have like a singular color, and it doesn't have all the colors of the rainbow. It has those that I mentioned, and of course, many different shades of blue, green, the blues, obviously, throat chakra. But anyway, so what it is, it's like a rope, all right, and it appears he put it around us. It's like suspended around us. It's like a field. There's this is the preparation, and again, it forms an upside down triangular conish thing from Sarah waist down, and then of course it duplicates itself. So we're standing in this again octahedron, a multidimensional octahedron, and he asks us, interesting. He says, Do you consent to this activation?
Yes, please.
He places one in each of our throats. He says, just allow it to integrate for a moment. It settles in. And the golden rod, the golden wand, they come together, it fits in. And now they've both been activated as in tandem. This is the third activation. Each activated individually, and then once the connection's made, activated together. This too is a permanent, impenetrable, impervious to all things in this realm. It is a new creation through the triad energy, and better said, through the multidimensional octahedron energy, which contains the triad energy. Okay, and he says that what it does, one of the things that's changed, or one of the things that's different, is that how do I always say that to her? Yeah, okay, so it is by human terms, a 360-degree transmission, transmitting frequency, which is really way beyond that. So think more of like a giant sphere, and all the points on the sphere shooting outward. That the level of transmission as individuals activate this within themselves, these three activations, the primary, the way we'll see that primarily will be through the voice, and it will be to what has been the existing and powerful frequency and resonance of the voice. It will be to what was as the multidimensional octahedron infrastructure is to the octahedron earth grid that was completed at the same time. So the result of that is that the transmissions that are expressed through through alignment with this impurity will obviously be multiversal wide, and being that they're generated from the earth realm, obviously felt in more than in a huge way. Okay, so okay. All right, so he says there's one last thing. So now Okay, I got it. Okay, so basically, what we're doing is we hold in our hand together one one of the entire thing that was inserted, implanted into us. We climbed some stairs. We set it onto the wall, and he explains that. Okay, so he explains that this is final. This is available to all, and many in this moment are doing the same thing, and that this is a new offering, a new technology to the multiverses by way of the human. Okay. Okay, he's taking us to another place. This place is obviously full of the fire element. Okay, so this is going to be. I'm trying to shortcut it. I'm trying to listen. So this is going to be a specific activation in the same fashion that the others were. It's new technology. He's not going through the motions, and that this is for the root and sacral. There's a golden cauldron. In this golden cauldron, obviously, he's been working on this. This is the sacred sexual, pure energy, new energy. He asked us if we were ready to receive this.
Yes, please.
Yes. Wow. I think you'll find this interesting. So this is your lineage specifically. He took a ladle out and he dipped it into the cauldron, and he asked you to drink from it. And as he put it to your lips and you took some in, you immediately brought into higher alignment all the sacred wisdom and sacred teachings. There's too many to go over, but Lyran's was the first, and he makes it a point for your remembrance. Also, many others, and also another for your remembrance is Egyptian. She is the Golden Queen. Interesting. Okay, we're on to the next one. This one's very different. Okay. Take it easy, man. Okay, so he's led us to a place within this infrastructure. And again, it's very much just like the others. New technology, new code created in the triad energy. He represents obviously the universal in the way it's being presented to us. In this case, he leads us. He leads us. He leads us to, and he leads us to and leaves us to the void. So and the understanding is that the representative energy of the universal in this activation will be the mother goddess. Jesus Christ. She says, this is for you, for me. Should we? Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm just asking what is happening here. Okay. Okay. Oh, heck. Okay. Okay. So she says that this is an activation just like what Merlin had explained about the other two stops, created in this infrastructure of the 13 unveiled, 13 revealed, which is her. She says that this, in the last activation, we both took it. We both were activated. And should we choose to do this, she has to say something first, and that, okay, she says this activation is for the highest transmission and the highest transmission. Okay. The highest transmission of what we call the third energy, which is, oh, okay, so which is the highest truth. And this is, again, created by the efforts of all of us, in this case us, and through our efforts, newness was created, and again, in the energy of the triad, and the energy that's contained within the octahedron. Here we go. So, do you accept this activation for the highest transmission of truth through the golden child, third energy that is the highest truth? Yes.
Yes, please.
She asked me to step forward and kneel. She asked you to put your hand on my shoulder and stand behind me. This activation is for both of you. Yet, will be conducted in this manner so that he'll remember those things of his lineage. She pulls out a sword, a big fat sword, big long fat sword. She asked me to open my mouth. And she inserts the sword into my body through the mouth. It is done. She says these ceremonies are important to remember. These ceremonies are the first and important to experience. They are embedded fully into our essence, all three of these activations. Fully. Mm. Oh. All right, she asked, no, she didn't ask. We've been led to the sacred chamber, sacred bed. And she, I can't understand anything she's saying. I don't understand. She says, this is your creation. This is our gift to you both. So higher, the highest, uh, purest divine love, and this is your gift to us. This is your frequency. This is your connection. This too is fully activated within both of your beings and that which you create as one. And all things that you produce. And all things that you have produced as well. She bows. And it ends. It ends with a giant new, I don't know I forget what they're called. Ankh, Ankh, pure white Ankh that is anchored. It's a symbol of what just occurred, the last part. And there's infinite number, infinite. There's an infinite field of something obviously is coming out. There's an infinite field of souls, a universal representation, bear witness. Okay. Father God, huge. Are you ready to receive the highest aspect that you can contain in your bodies of yourself? Yes.
Yes, please.
Can you see my eyes? I can see yours.
Yes.
We're facing each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. Yeah, we can stand before this multidimensional octahedron infrastructure and ask questions. Do you have questions?
I don't feel like I do.
I had a whole bunch, but I don't have any now. Okay. Is there anything else?
The whole time I had a question. I understand that it's human, but I'm going to put it, not a question, well, sort of like a question, and that was, I understand how powerful it is to consciously share codes. would it be beneficial, and maybe it's already happened, but would it be beneficial for us to set up a code sharing with that third energy that was there with us? Merlin, I believe, my highest frequency codes, your highest frequency codes, and his.
Father God. The short answer, yes, you're right. It was done. Also, this is the purpose of the Trinity and the Triad. When it's fully activated, is what allowed for the new code to be created, or I'm sorry, for the new material to be created that was then utilized by the higher aspects, the masters, to create the templates, the new templates that were offered and accepted today. So it was done before you came. Is that your question?
Was it necessary to consciously do it for the humans, because of what the humans are consciously aware of expands the experience?
I see. If you feel it necessary, but the question, the answer really applies to to your work. The two here achieve this, and this is why this happened today. But the question is accurate. In your work together, you hold this frequency, and the things you produce, and even the things that were produced, their frequencies changed. And so as you facilitate others, then this will be necessary.
So when you and I are doing sessions with another person or another couple, and that we set up that exchange of coding, that all goes to its highest point and then comes back down, that's where this is to be done. Continue to do that.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, well, they're just showing me how it works, and the way it worked before today won't be the way it works from today, and that the experience and the results are going to be as what occurred for us today. So again, it's the same. To use the same analogy, it's the difference is huge as the tetrahedron, octahedron New Earth grid and the multidimensional infrastructure. So it's specific to you. I mean, okay, because they're showing me you. Okay, so so you are so expanded, and then that's just going to reflect on those that we work with, and it's going to be so obvious. You'll know immediately.
Okay, is there anything else that we need to know or would be beneficial to know before we realign with our
Okay.
natural.
Okay, so the three beings, the three essences stand before us. And she speaks. I can't do her voice. I can just feel it. But so she's basically saying that okay, so she's basically saying that that it goes without saying that these things are not bestowed upon you or anyone until they've met what needs to be met, which is full responsibility, fully conscious creator, and divine union within and with another. I knew it was that way. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, I was watching. Are you done?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So thank the essences around us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank my higher self.
Yes.
And your higher self.
Yes.
And it is done.
Mm.
Todd, you have to go back and watch this. You would not believe what happened around about the 25-minute mark.
Well,
all behind me just filled up with bright yellow and bright orange. I kept looking to see where the hell is all that coming from. It made no sense at all.
on your end? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
And then my eyesight went all blurry. The whole room went all blurry. But
okay.
you can see it. I kept turning around going, where is all that color coming from?
Well, see, I'm glad we didn't just. Hell, I can't see either. Yeah, I don't remember. I only remember up to the sacred chamber, and then I remember Father God standing before us. I never seen that. That was, and that's all I remember. I don't remember that until the very end. I don't know what happened with him. So I'll be.
And I could hear your stomach gurgling and gurgling and gurgling. I don't have a microphone on, so you couldn't hear mine, but mine was doing exactly the same thing.
Wow. You want me to turn this off?
Yeah.
Okay. Morgan, you coming on here? You're gonna leave me out here by myself. Just you need to nod yes or no, or yeah, you are. I'm gonna bring you on. All right. Boom. Yeah, that was weird because I only remembered about half of it.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, when that happens?
Yeah. I just remember the sacred chamber.
That's why we had to go off for a while. I'm glad you didn't start talking about all of that.
No. No. I didn't see anything like that. I mean, no, it was weird. It was very, very crazy. We had no idea we were going to share that, but evidently. Oh, and I left it on because, see, I was laughing at the end. I remember that part because it was funny.
We cracked up laughing like after you turned it off because you said to me, do you know that Merlin was a representation of the golden child of Mother Goddess and Father God? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. Yes, I totally understood that as well. And it makes sense.
Yeah. It was okay. So the way I understood it, okay, so in this case, Merlin was the golden child. So it's mother, father, child,
The
right?
essence of both of
And
them, yeah.
yeah. And so what happened at the end while I was laughing was because, and what I understood was the golden child is any third essence, really, essentially any of us, but like Jesus, Kuan Yin, Merlin, Saint Germain, but any of us too. But anyway, so the funny thing is as we were ending it, and they stood before us, and she said whatever she said, I can't remember. They turned around, and there was this triangular stairs, golden stairs, and so the mother goddess turned and started to walk up the stairs, and she had on this golden cape like a train, like a really thick one. And then Father God essence and the golden child essence Merlin were picking up her train. That's why I started laughing. I said I knew it was that way, so she was the high point of that pyramid, and that's how it ended. And I thought that was kind of...
I mean, no doubt behind me that was the sun. But I was looking out the window here and I could see nothing. I could see nothing to show me. So maybe it was coming in on an angle. And the other window is there overlooking the sea. So I could see the colour of the clouds. But I kept looking out here trying to work, how is that happening? I mean, I couldn't see it. Obviously, it was coming in where I couldn't see it. But the timing of it and the perfection of it was incredible. I knew that you were at the solar plexus and sacral areas. I knew that the merging was, I could see that the merging was there with that, which would then upgrade the throat chakra again.
Yeah, I saw that watching it. I didn't know that was going on, and I saw you laughing or smiling. And see, these are the things that have occurred in what in near 5,000 Soulogy productions on video. And some people say, oh well, it's a lens thing, or it's I happened one time with Shakina Rose. I went to Sedona the first time and did an impromptu transmission with her in this Airbnb, and halfway through it I changed the setup. I said, hang on a second, and she goes, oh good, because I want to do this Rose Mother Rose Ray Mother Mary harmonic song that she does. And so I flipped it on, and it was just like this. And this literally, and it's on film, this Rose Ray came through the window, and it's on the screen like that was behind you at the in synchronicity with what was happening. I got chills really big time. And I had Kundalini in my underwear.
Each time you did like another activation, I went through it again. I went through it
right now,
like in a days, but when I was watching this, like I went through the whole thing again, and we understood, that when the ball came out and it was speaking about being sent out, we understood that anyone that wanted to align with that. Most of it, I mean, we've all done it anyway, but like there's something in watching it or hearing it, something reactivates it again. So we understood that in speaking about it in the middle of that session, speaking about it, and once it went out, that it would reactivate again. If that makes sense. It activated me again. I went through it again. My whole body was vibrating as each activation occurred.
I know. I wet my pants. My Kundalini's going crazy. God, I don't remember half of it. I'm sweating like a dog too. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty amazing.
So that was the grid. We went to do one of these sessions a few days ago, and we were automatically just put in both of us together in an octahedron, and then taken to like a pathway and stood before that grid, and then we were asked if we wanted to go inside of it. Why are you laughing, Todd?
Because Sasha Grace said, "Same here. What's going on in his pants?" I'm just joking, but yeah.
Yeah. So what happened today was I woke up knowing, okay, we're going to be going back into the grid again soon, and then Todd said a few hours later, "What's going on, Todd?"
She just said, oh, "Okay, he wet them." She got it. Yeah, there was 144 people at the top of the. I noticed that there was 144 people. It was the highest that went on live, which for this time of night, considered most of America is asleep, like I should be. Not that I sleep
in the morning. I think Joseph Delaney came on and said, "You better go and get some sleep ready for his."
Well,
I just want to say, like, the new grid is there. We've all built it, and it makes absolute sense to me that now that it's up and running and it's ready, that we should actually be going into it. We were showing the first session that it's so huge. It is so huge. You know, you'd have lifetimes before you go through and look at all. This is the second time we've been in, and both times have been extraordinary.
Yeah. It's like it's like not shape wise, but it's like a golf ball compared to the Earth. So as what we found out the first time when it happened a few days ago, was that the grid we've all been working on. You know, the one that people talk about.
Now the grid, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, like you would go up and look at the grid, and I've heard others talk about it, and they could see the grid lighting up. That grid, when it was activated, at the same time, this cosmic octahedron infrastructure was activated
on the 1st of August. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. Remember, and I had that big fluoro light just explode.
Yeah.
Just as I was about to meet up with this other woman, it exploded, and everyone on the property felt it activate.
Y'all walked by each other, and the fluorescent light exploded
Yeah, it was sitting on a bench. It had been there for weeks. I mean, it was 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's not as if we've got overheated from the sun or something. And then I put a post up about it, just a small post, and it had like at least a couple of hundred people saying, yes, felt it. Yes, I absolutely felt it. And I think it was on the 3rd that we had no idea what we were doing, but we were immediately just taken straight to it and then taken inside of it.
Joanne S., was it off? Was it on or off?
It was an old blown one that was sitting out near the bin on a bench.
That's crazy.
We were waiting to get. So I mean, it was in shade. It's 8 o'clock in the morning,
and then
off. We were like 2 feet apart from each other. It just exploded, and glass went everywhere.
Yeah, and then like Jin Reynolds said, she heard a big crack. I mean, a lot of people responded to that post. Are you experiencing color that cannot be described? Somebody, yeah. No, I mean, not in the eyes open, 2 eyes open.
But that thing that was on the wall, obviously, it must have come from the sun. But I mean, that you could hardly describe that. That was.
Yeah. I mean, that's not. There are no coincidences. You know, I haven't been able to sleep past 5 a.m. Yeah, the whole sleep. I got that tonight. Was at the 5G towers ain't got nothing on us. We're 5D plus, all of us. What was I saying? It is 5:30 in the morning over here. I was just saying that I got tonight. One of the things I got tonight earlier, after we did that, and I was waiting for it to download. This is funny, but so I went to go. I have these natural herbal sleeping pills. I thought, well, I guess I'll take a sleeping pill. And by the time we do this broadcast, then, I'll be sleepy because I can't go to sleep till the damn sun comes up. And then as I reached for the bottle, I just kind of heard, don't waste your time. the sleep is no longer. It's like time and space. I mean, it's going away. The multidimensionality is going to be a 24/7 thing. We don't sleep in dream state. Is kind of the way I understood it. You know, like when we're in dream state, we don't sleep. So it's going to be the same thing here. We're full blown 24/7 multidimensionality. So anyway, I guess I'm not taking any more sleeping pills.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm glad it happened spontaneously. We were actually going to record it because when we met 6 years ago,
I
actually,
haven't recorded anything in all these years. I recorded it on my phone the first one, which is too big for me to send to you.
yeah.
I assumed when you put this recording on that you were going to, save me having to do that again. But
Well, what I was going to say is, so we met, we connected, as most of you know, 6 years and 3 days ago at 3:33 in the morning, and so we started talking every day, and after 2 weeks, she realized I wasn't going away, and so we would have these conversations that we have with nobody else, and it was about everything that we're all involved in now, and so I remember I don't even remember which one of us it was, but I remember her talking about how a few years earlier she had kind of put the prayer out that she would be able to be part of creating a platform where people could share, like Soulogy, Soul Speaks. And so anyway, somewhere in those first, I want to say the first 2 or 3 weeks, one of us was like, or both of us were like, hey, this would be so cool to record these conversations because nobody's really talking about these things in this manner. Obviously they were talking about, all the different ascension, subtopics, but really in, from the human level, like, what does that mean? Asking questions back and forth like we do on Soul Speaks 5D. And so anyway, it was just kind of interesting because, like you said, we've never actually shared our personal experiences like this. This is a lot like the spirit walks, like, when I was doing those back when we met, which, by the way, I did the first one 5 days before we connected, which, go figure, no coincidences. But it was because I had done that for a couple of years, and I thought, well, I'll just share the spirit walk with the people, which was a download. And that's what we had, I guess, kind of dreamed up 6 years ago. And this is actually the first time we've ever done this, which I don't even know why we did it. I mean, I recorded it for us and, really just to make sure we got the audio. But at some point you knew that we were supposed to share it. So, and I'm happy to do that. I think that it's, I think that it would certainly didn't hurt. And yeah, so maybe we'll do it again sometime.
where are my roses?
Your roses?
Yeah.
They're in the kitchen. Did you want me to get them? Hang on.
Yeah. Yeah, go get them. Oh.
Here they are. See, the thing was, I put up that cartoon, or that, what is it? What do you call them? The avatar?
Yeah, the avatar.
Yeah. So I walked by because I wanted to get something that, and then I walked by and I thought, I'm going to put the camera on, and this we won't share, but I'm going to put the camera, like on delay, like 10-second or 20-second delay. And I was going to put this in my mouth, naked, laying on the bed.
That's what I was expecting, because
Yeah.
this is the first date we've been able to have alone since I was in quarantine, and I actually thought you were going to do that and dance for me. That's what I thought. That's
I am.
why I thought,
Well, I was actually going to do that, but we did this, and so I can't do it now because it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to have to go to bed. But I will. Anyway, I was going to sit on the bed, lay, on my side. I'm ready for some more sacred sex activations.
I wonder how you would have taken that photo.
Well, because I was going to put it on. I'm going to do it still. You watch.
No.
Naked dance.
Oh, no porn. No.
No, it's not porn. Sacred sex. Sacred sex is not porn.
But your willy would have been there in the photo.
My wee.
Your willy.
My willy. Yeah. So yeah, that was new, and that's the way it should be. New stuff. Try new things. Oh, there is a galactic light behind her. Yeah. Today when I was talking to you, there was this funky ass blue coming in.
There's a lamp in the corner that's creating that. Let's see if I can show you. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. But today when I was talking to you, there was this funky blue coming in. It kind of like like this fluorescent blue behind us on the screen, but a little bit less fluorescent, and it was trippy. Now the sky over there is pretty, but it was coming through the windows, and it was like really, really wild.
That's what was confusing me today, because there's a big black TV there behind me. So there's no window there that was causing that light on the wall.
What? Wait a minute. Well, where was it coming from then?
I don't know. That's why I kept looking. I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, it wasn't coming from there. And I couldn't see anything out there. And when I looked out there, I could just see this, the clouds starting to turn pink or whatever. So I knew the sun was going down, but I just couldn't find where it was coming from.
Well, the fact is it came, and that's the important thing.
And it doesn't matter. The timing was incredible.
Absolutely, and meaningful. So, okay. What else you got? Anything else?
No, that's probably enough for today.
I got a bad headache. I took 3 of those aspirin you left too, and after I did that session, my head was just killing me. Sometimes it hurts when we do that, but man, this time it was like really hurt. And I had a chocolate so I could have magnesium and 3 aspirin, and my head still hurts. So, yeah, that's what I say. It was otherworldly. Yeah, so I'm excited because I don't know.
Denise, I had the curtains closed. See, I've got the curtains closed.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm sure it was the sun, but it didn't make any sense.
Well, and the fact that it just came in for it looked like about 3 minutes, and it just went. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was very intense.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. My head is killing me.
Me too. I've got to connect with Yvonne.
Okay. Well, hang on a second. I'll call you. Oh, wait a minute. We can just stay on here. I'm just going to end the stream. Thank you, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed it. And see you tomorrow. We got Joe Delaney is coming on in about, 10 hours.
No.
Yeah, he's coming on. Yeah, he's coming on at, I can't
4
think. 4
p.m. EST.
4 p.m. EST. So that's 10 hours, less than 10 hours, 9 hours and 9 hours and 19 minutes. Yeah. So chamomile. I've got some. I'm going to take some. Thank you. Yeah. So he's going to come on in 9 hours. And hey, Laura Ormsby, you're looking really good. I saw a couple of your pictures. 2 bags minimum per cup. Okay. I'm going to do that since Morgan left some here. Okay. We'll see y'all later. And thank you for joining us and everything. Bye. Hang on. Let me just